Built to win. Applied myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss.
Pacers were going to make the playoffs. It didn't end so well for you, brother.
If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool.
You fell asleep at the trade deadline when we had a trade to get Kyle Lowry out of here.
They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like told me keep on running toes. They gonna take
this is what we got to tell.
Right? I've been doing this.
I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I pay for the cost. I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I'm paying the cost. I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. I'm excited about today's show, like always. NFL kickoff Sunday. This has happened yesterday, man. All the games happened. I mean, the Cowboys won, the 49ers won, and the Commanders won. All of us won today. So I know we rivals in the house. You know, we bump heads a lot, but it does feel good that we all here on a W Sunday. All right. So I got my bros with me, Davey Dollars, 49ers. And y'all see the background, Dallas Cowboys, 7 turnovers. Mr. You done, son. Tomo, how y'all doing, fellas?
Make sure y'all read that right there. I just want you to make sure y'all read that right there. Because, y'all asked for Dak not to throw the ball and turn it over. He ain't do it. Y'all asked for him to let the defense win the game. Keep that same energy, man. I'm doing good. Hey, Danny, you're done, son. What's going on, fellas?
Hey, all I got to say is bang, bang, Niner game. Kev, I hope you're watching that defense. That's all I got to say for you. Watch that defense. Oh, my bad. It's Monday. Money-making Mondays. So we all got a W. So don't just turn me up. Turn us up today. Turn me up. Up, up, up. Let's get it. I'm ready.
Yo, I got a special drop coming for you next episode. Special one. Yeah, I just reminded me. I'm writing it down.
Okay. Now I'm looking forward to next episode. Tomorrow, you mean, right? Next episode SF tomorrow?
Yeah. I got you. Yeah. It got to be in this moment because if it don't happen next week, then it's gonna be null and void. So I got you.
I got you. All right, y'all. So look, y'all, we got a good show for y'all today. Today we're going to talk about those Commanders. I mean, are they the same old Commanders? Because that's what I've been hearing. You know, we're going to talk about them 49ers. Well, first, them Cowboys. All right, that defense turned out. Do they have the best defense in the NFL? And we got the 49ers and the Steelers. We got Vaughn coming on the back end of the show, and him and Dave are going to recap that 49ers and Steelers game. All right. So before we do that, make sure y'all like this video on 3 different platforms: Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, where the money resides. Shout out to Tomo. All right. So make sure y'all like the video on all 3 platforms. Share the video on all 3 platforms, and you already know. Follow and subscribe if you haven't on all 3 platforms. Use the comment section. We can see all the comments y'all putting out. I'm watching these comments, Tomo, and I'm thinking like, man, we need another 49er fan in the chat, man, because we got a Raven here. Shout out to Carl. All right, we got a Cowboy. You know, how about the Cowboys? Got 2 Commanders in the chat. You know, but what if we need some 49er guys in here, Dave? All right. So shout out to Carl, Worm, Jerry, Mark. Shout out to y'all in the comment section already. And last but not least, y'all, enjoy the rest of the show. Tomo, the floor is yours, my guy.
So just like Joe said, you know, man, it's very rare. My man said send a link. I seen that. So you trying to turn up. But it's very rare that this panel goes 3-0. You know, it's very rare that we go undefeated on a football Sunday. But it happened, you know. Dave got his defensive player of the year back. Joe got his offensive coordinator with his quarterback. and possibly his defensive player of the year. I'm not saying no names, but there was a guy out there who had another quarterback sweating. Take the pun if you understand it. But the house was rocking. Even though in the rain, the house was rocking. The punches was thrown on and off the field. Again, if y'all know what I'm talking about. But we need to know, are we seeing the same old Commanders? And you got the jersey on. Scary Terry made some sightings. The Cardinals, they are who we thought they were. So if you want to crown them, then crown them. Are they the same old Commanders, Joe? Are you seeing the same old same? Are you having that same old feeling? Tell us, Joe.
Look at this comment right here. Yeah, so, man, Tomo and Dave. So I watched the game live. I was pumped up. You know, I'm just happy for the season. Like, forget the Commanders right now. This is NFL. I was. Mark called me. We got a little tradition. We call each other right before the game. You feel me? And I was like, "Hey, Mark, I call you back, man. They better kick off." I was so hyped. So watched the game. Game one. Woo, woo. Today I rewatched the game. You know, with no emotions were there no more. You know, try to get a clear mind and rewatch the whole game. Not the condensed version. I actually watched the game. All right, and then. And then I feel great. I feel great about what I saw. Now, what I saw yesterday, on a difference what I saw in the previous years, right? With our offensive coordinator. First of all, I like the play calling. Play calling, I think is good. I know a lot of people didn't like the fact that we were conservative. I understand why I didn't agree with that either, but it ended up working out at the end of the day. So the defense was shutting down the corners. They couldn't move. So Eric Bieniemy was like, we're going to take the dub. Last time we won is a fumble or something like that. We don't get the point. So I get it, right? But the errors that – now, Sam Howell, I like what I see with Sam Howell, y'all. I really do. Now, once again, nobody's proclaiming this guy to be an MVP caliber player. Now, it could be possible. I'm not never say never, but he can be a franchise quarterback. I see it. He's accurate. Now, he did have one throw that was behind the receiver, right? One throw behind Terry McLaurin. But outside of that, he was super accurate. He was throwing downfield. He was moving out the pocket, making plays. The one TD he threw, he created that himself, you know? And, he used his legs to score a touchdown. Now, the two turnovers he had, one was a tip pass. Okay, it's, Dak Prescott fans, I got your time up, right? And then the other one, the ball basically kind of like just, he had a Jalen Hurts type fumble, right? In the Super Bowl. But my whole thing was those mistakes you don't look at and say, "Oh, he's terrible." Oh man, he threw it right to the defender. Those are like minor. Those are little things that you can clean up, So, but outside of that, he was good. Defense. Now I understand with Josh Dobbs and all that stuff. The main thing I like about what happened yesterday was that when you play an opponent you're supposed to beat, you beat them. All right, you finished the deal. And that was my whole thing going into this Cardinals game. I didn't say we're going to win by 20 or 30. My whole thing was we just got to win this game because a lot of times we play these type of teams and we don't finish the job. That happens in the past in the Commanders. You saw the Eagles struggle against the Patriots. They finished the job, So that's what great teams do. So I like what I see, and I don't want to talk too much, but that's all I got to say for now.
We talked about this all week. Everybody do your job, okay?
The okay is we can keep our comments quick. I see we got a special guest backstage. It's Commander.
Hey, I'm cool with just letting the special guest come up. I'll talk after the special guest.
Let's get it then. We got a special guest, man. You doing the honors?
I was just doing the screen.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Hey, look.
Victory Monday. What's going on, fellas?
What's up, man? Hold on. You are a special guest. We ain't gonna leave you hanging like that.
That's what's up.
Okay. We got Mark joining the panel for everybody on the audio adventure. I know y'all heard the voice. I know people probably like, we hear voices all the time. So that's Mark. We have another Commanders fan here.
Let's go.
You already know what's going on, man. We talking about Victory Monday. So how you feeling, man? Are y'all still the same old Commanders, or you got that new feeling too?
Are we still the same Commanders? That is a good question. I got that a lot earlier today. We are definitely not the same team. Last year in the beginning of the season, our offense really didn't struggle. Our offensive line did. Our defense struggled. This week, yesterday, our defense played really, really well. We gave up no touchdowns. I know the offense gave up short yardage, but the defense did a great job at even pinning them back when they did do that. So, I mean, there's times when they got past the 50 and they was a sack. Oh, yeah, they back at the 42-yard line. Punt time. Yeah, and then, like, the crowd is you talking about 6 man. Seattle got the 12th man? Oh, man. Washington about to take that crown this year, man. The fan base has been super lit. Like, I even got up myself when I seen Chase Young hyping the crowd up. And I wasn't the only one, too. So I got up and stayed in front of the TV. Like, let's go, defense. I'm yelling at the TV like I'm at the game. I ain't been that excited watching a football game in a long time as like a Commander fan. Like, I mean, I'm excited watching the Commanders, but like not with that type of like excitement. So it was just like it's a lot to look forward to this year, especially about our defense. I know I made some strong proclamations, but I'm gonna stick with my guns. I'm gonna stick with my team. You feel me? Like I don't think they're gonna let me down. I know Sam Howell wasn't the prettiest, but he got the job done, and that's all that mattered at that moment because it's his first game. So I'm not expecting perfection. I know some people was expecting us to blow this team out. Arizona came out and played hard, played harder than we thought they was going to play. I know they probably had concussion bounties on some of our players, but they still, they played hard. But it was a really, really good game, man. Like it was something to watch. Even the people that's not Cowboy fans, not Commander fans, everybody was tuned into this game because how much trash we was talking. Like, I mean, I know y'all see the defense. I know we ain't score 100 points like everybody wanted us to, but I know y'all see what's going on, man. It's some specialness going on in Washington. And see y'all in February, baby.
Well, I'm glad somebody else said it outside of the next two people that got to talk, because I know we got a bunch of people that's going to start coming on the show throughout the season. Y'all seen the Panthers. They all going to say their team making the Super Bowl. Actually, if y'all follow the page like y'all supposed to be doing, you will see the predictions.
Everybody
so seen that. man. Except for me, though. Maybe that's what's helping us right now, but I ain't going to say too much. But for me, Mark, you came on here and said one of my main points was the home field advantage. That's the first time since RG3 was RG3 that I actually heard somebody trying to call a play on the other team, and I heard the Washington crowd saying defense. Actually, it was sounding like the little sound we got up here. And that actually helped because the Cardinals technically y'all gave them some momentum because they didn't come out there and think they didn't want to play football with y'all. They didn't want to, but then the turnover happened. So they was like, oh, well, the momentum shift. And normally when you watch a Washington team and the momentum shift is all downhill from there. But no, your defense showed up. Sweat made the plays. And some people may say because Dobbs is a rookie that they were trying to scale back. Well, that's not your fault. That's not your fault. I mean, well, he looked like one at times. So, but that's not y'all fault. That's not y'all play who's in front of you, and y'all made the plays happen. So for me, it's more so the home field advantage. The fans are what lets me know that y'all not the same old Commanders. One thing that is the same about y'all is our defensive line. They still come to make plays when it's time to make plays. So that's the only thing that's the same to me. Everything else seems like y'all on the up and up. And I just want y'all to know, clip this up because this will be the last nice thing I say about y'all. Okay. But yeah, the fans are turned up. Y'all turned up. I'm happy for y'all right now. But Thanksgiving, I cut all that out. What you got, Dave?
For me, the only reason why a lot of people expected y'all to score a lot of points because of a certain person that was in the chat. Not you, of course.
Declaration.
So, yeah. So, it was a decent win yesterday. Coming out with a win was the most important thing. But the Cardinals did come out to play. Their defense was ready. They do have the reigning NFC champs defensive coordinator as their head coach. So he came in there with a philosophy, and they were in there blitzing. And that was something that was misconstrued from last season when they said that, they did blitz a lot because of him, when it was really just Sirianni. Got that from another Eagle fan who said that it's Sirianni's philosophy, not necessarily his. So he was definitely blitzing yesterday. But yeah, I mean, Sam Howell didn't look bad, didn't look great, but he did what he was supposed to do. But I just really want to talk about that defense. That defense really played well. and play like it was the end of the season last year. Montez Sweat was out there doing what he was supposed to do. You had Allen out there just being a monster on the front line. So they're doing what they're supposed to do. And then you had at the end of the game when the play needed to be played, who made the play? Forbes. You had the rookie come in and make a play at the end and did what he was supposed to do. So he's living up, at least to what we've seen. He's living up to what he's supposed to be. So that I'm looking forward to what the defense is going to do. Now, that offensive line still needs a lot of help. Because if you want your quarterback to be healthy, you might want to make sure that you kind of try to shore up that offensive line a little bit more. Because I feel like some of those hits that he took could have been avoided if the O-line did protect him a little bit better. But he made plays with his legs to make sure he didn't take too many bad hits. So he did what he was supposed to do. But good game. Good game.
Because that O-line didn't do a bad job yesterday. I'm going to say like 4 of them sacks out of them 6 was on Sam Howell. One of them he ran out of bounds early. So that was a sack. They consider that a sack. Another one when Brian Robinson kind of tripped the guard up when he ran past for a route. That was 2. The other one when Sam Howell went back and tried to make a crazy play instead of just throwing the ball away like he was doing in the preseason. And he fumbled, and that turned into a touchdown. And another one that just held the ball too long and trying to look for something downfield when he could have just ran. So I'm not going to say our O-line is still that bad. I think our O-line did a lot better than it did last year. So I'm not going to put all that on the O-line. I'm going to see next game because it's going to be a stronger defense. But I don't think our O-line did bad.
I'm not saying it's trash.
I'm saying it did bad. I don't think it did bad.
Yeah, because the strikes that Sam Howell took, it was him rolling out the pocket. So you gotta look at that too, especially that first helmet one. And one of the O linemen plays. I mean, like, some of those sacks, 2 of them I saw was just miscommunication, as it comes with chemistry. So, but at the end of the day, like I said, the defense was great. We played against Josh Dobbs. I mean, I did see Josh Dobbs, give a good game to the Cowboys last year. No, this is you talking about. I saw that though, but
what quarterback? What backup quarterback don't? Man? Come on, now. What backup quarterback don't? Sam did it. Heineke did it. Both Sam, Sam Howell, Sam Darnold, like
chill out. So but one thing about Josh Dobbs, he was the offensive coordinator that was always going for the Cardinals. He also had Josh Dobbs last year. Also, Josh Dobbs played against us against Cleveland in the preseason. So there was a little event, like there's no advantage because he's Josh Dobbs. Y'all get what I'm saying. All right. So, but we got the job done. That's all that matters. Did we get the job done? And we did. Now it's on to the Broncos. Are we going to make the same mistakes we made yesterday? And if so, then it's kind of like, all right, y'all, we got to clean up, man. We got to fix something. But if you see growth as far as between now and the Broncos game, which is a way better defense, then it's going to be, it's only popping. It's only popping.
Is that in DC or that's in Denver?
That's here. Well, Landover.
Okay. That's 2 games back to back. We want to see if that home crowd come out too. I don't know. I mean, Denver fans are in the area, but
be undefeated at home since the new era.
Okay. Say, Mark, you gotta start. Yeah, speed. You be giving us the dramatic pauses when you say stuff, bro. Everybody be like, "Here you go, bro."
All right. So yeah, Mark, appreciate you coming on.
And I had to. Commanders victory. I'll be here next time if we lose. But yeah, I'll be here.
Yes, sir. I don't think that will happen though.
Victory Monday. How James do?
Yeah, you gotta go. See, you see.
Roll out.
Yeah, man, you wilding now. All right, Mark.
All right, Mark. We playing Denver.
All right.
Let's get it.
So we gotta move on to a quick break. We gotta talk about the other shows we got on the network. All right. So if we're not prepared, we can go right into the next topic. I'm all prepared.
Let's do it.
All right, we can go right into the next topic. Shout out to CTC, FFC, and Baseball with Teddy. But right now, he was jonesing for a touchdown yesterday. So we got to talk about how the Cowboys went in on Sunday night and got a giant victory over the New York Giants. The score was 40-0. I mean, some people were saying This should not be happening on Sunday night. I don't know if I said this on air, but I also told my brothers up here that shout out to Troy Vincent that he messed up. He had the grand opportunity to set it up where it could have been the Eagles versus the Cowboys, fresh out the gate, and you would have had a better game. I'm just saying, but he wanted to put Daniel Jones out there, so this is what you get. I'll start this one off. First things first. The Giants shutout loss. This was the largest the teams had, right? Since like a 35-0 loss in 95. You know, we gotta bring up history on here because we gotta give y'all context. You know, also in the season opener in the Meadowlands. So it happened again. So the Cowboys did it again. This is dark times for New York and the Cowboys. I told you guys there was a couple folks in the chat that was talking about how Danny Dimes is this, Danny Dimes is that. But I didn't even ask the question, though. I just got right into my rant. Y'all see how excited I was? Let me ask the question, though. I'm sorry. Let me rewind myself. I'm getting ahead of myself. I put the cart before the horse like a typical Cowboy fan, right? Did the Cowboys prove that they have the best defense in the NFL? The NFL? After week 1? Nah, that's crazy. You can't say that after week 1. It's one of the best. I seen a team go up to Pittsburgh and hold them to 7 points. I seen the team do that. That team also beat this same Cowboys team with that similar defense, who also added some pieces to their defensive line. So I can't just jump out there and say we the best. To be the man, you got to beat the man. And the only people, like I said, like I was alluding to before I had to go back and read the question is, there's only 2 people in our entire chat platform that said something about Danny Dimes. There's only 2. I've only heard from 2. So to those 2 guys, don't you ever bring up Danny Dimes and how he's the offense for the Giants ever again, because you clearly seen last night that when it was time for him to make a play, he couldn't do it. I don't want to hear about the rain because we was in the chats too, and I heard people saying the rain ain't no excuse, so I don't want to hear about that. All right, that's exactly what he did. He fumbled too, just like that. Danny Dimes was seeing ghosts last night. Okay. We're not even going to talk about how the Cowboys defense is one of the best 5 in the league right now. I'm going to say one of the best 5, right? Last 2 years, right? This team led the league in takeaways. This team has 70 takeaways in 35 games. So they're on pace to do it again. Hey, J-Mo, let me know if you covered that bet too, because first person to score defense. All right. We also held this team to 110 passing yards the entire game, 110 passing yards. Some quarterbacks in the NFC East threw for more than that. That's all I'm saying. They also had 108. That was funny. But also, you know, we held this team to 108 rushing yards. 43 of those came from the quarterback. Last time I checked, I mean, Dayball did play for the Bills, right? He was coaching for the Bills. That was Josh Allen, old coach. I see he still got that Josh Allen mentality where his quarterback needs to be his running back, because that's what was happening last night. All right. We want to let y'all know also on 23 of the 37 dropbacks, pressure. I know a lot of people talking about their rookie and how he got 6 pressures. Let's talk about how 4 people on that defensive line had 5 or more. So you talking about one person. We talking about how 5 people did it. Just saying, man, look, it ain't the best defense in the NFL right now, but they knocking on the door. I'm gonna pass it over to you, Dave.
I'm shocked. I thought you would say that was the best defense in the NFL. I really did.
I can't go that far.
I really did.
I gotta give y'all the real here. Click the link in the description. I give you the blasphemy, but on the show, I gotta give you the real.
Well, this may be the first time that we disagree on something when it comes to your Cowboys. Because after the first game, I would say that they have the best defense right now.
Oh.
Psych, no, I'm just playing with you.
I was gonna say, stop the cap.
No. It is one of the best defenses in the league, though. That's guaranteed. But I'm sorry. For those who thought that the Giants had a chance in this game, you are tripping. The Cowboys are 12-1 in the last 13 games against the Giants. So for you to think that he was going to be that Danny Dimes, or as AJ would like to say, Danny Nichols, would be able to do anything in this game, you were tripping. I'm sorry. they don't play well against the Cowboys. The Cowboys just Dak has won 11 straight against them. 11 straight. I don't know what you guys expected. He didn't even have to do much yesterday. We even had a Deuce Vaughn sighting. That's how bad that they were beating them. That Deuce Vaughn had came out and had some PT. They had 7 turnovers, almost had 8. Because there was 5 forced fumbles?
Go ahead, tell them, man.
Come on, man. Look, the Giants are not what y'all thought they were. Danny Dimes is not Danny Dimes. He's Daniel Jones, okay? Refer to him as Daniel Jones to Daniel Jones only. He is not that good. Yes, he can run. We understand that. But outside of that, he's not that good of a quarterback. Now, he's not trash, but he's average at best. Without Saquon, they wouldn't have had any positive plays that game. And Cowboys defense, thank you, because I not only won in my Niners game yesterday, but also won in my fantasy game yesterday because Saquon Barkley did not go off. So I appreciate you for that. You won't get too many thank yous from me because I do not like you, of course. But thank you. I appreciate that. But no, I'm not. I still say that, between us and it's between 3 teams right now, honestly. 4. I really think there are like 4 really good defensive teams in the NFL right now. That's us, the Saints. A lot of people probably wasn't thinking I was going to say that, but us, the Saints, Cowboys, and
Yesterday make it tough for you to say it. I know. You gotta say it. I know it.
Those are and then you got the Commanders right there because they played a great defense. Their defense was great yesterday as well. But I wouldn't give the Cowboys the best defense in the league right now. It's the first week, and it was a game that I expected them to win. Browns, yeah, you're right. Browns too. Browns had a great defensive game yesterday. And I was so glad that I benched Joe Burrow because I knew he was going to have a bad game. I just nope, I don't trust it. So yeah, no. Cowboys don't have the best defense. They top 3, yes, but best no.
Let's start here, Dave. Our defense better than the Saints. Start there. All right, just want to throw it out there. All right, they was in the worst division as last year, and we still finished ahead of them. But and this year we got better. But I won't. Huh?
I hear you.
Oh no, you saw it too. The numbers show. All right, but
so glad this season here.
So look, the Cowboys defense, it's an elite defense. All right. Last episode I did my top 5, and I put Dak number 1. I said, we know what the defense is gonna be. We know Marcus Parsons is gonna eat this year. Said that. So y'all legit. But like Tomo said, over one game, I won't over exaggerate. Cause I feel like every year, Tomo, y'all had one of these games every year. Remember last year, I beat the Vikings 40-3. Demolished them. The year before that, y'all beat the Falcons 43-3. Remember that? And then right after the Falcons, y'all lost to the Broncos. Then right after the Vikings, y'all know who y'all lost here. I know y'all lost somebody probably. So with the Cowboys, if they play their best football, they're the best team in the NFC. That's like the last probably 3 years. If they play their best football. But that's the problem with the Cowboys. They don't play their best football. I know one of the commentators said last night, they said something about how y'all led the league in takeaways last year, but it wasn't really much leverage because y'all gave the ball away also a lot. So it's kind of like I said, y'all play our best football, Tomo, y'all legit because y'all got the pieces. I praise Jerry Jones all the time that he puts a great team around y'all every year. But he does put a lot of pressure on y'all. But his job is to make the Bills. Y'all job is to capitalize on the pressure, because the bigger the pressure y'all win, the better for everybody, So no, I want to say that. Yeah, I'm still gonna give it to the 49ers. I thought what they did to the Steelers yesterday was incredible. They held them to 1 yard. We're talking about a Steelers team that everybody's hiring them all preseason. They score on every first drive in the preseason. They got George Pickens, Kenny Pickens on the up and coming. Mike Tomlin is the head coach. and then 1 yard in the first half. I got it. And then this is after coming from being the best defensive team last year, while adding another piece on top of that. So I would say right now is the 49ers, but definitely y'all are top. I'm not gonna say top 3. I'm gonna say top 5 for sure right now.
Right now, like as in right now on this show.
Yeah, y'all top coming to
top
the
two,
season.
man.
Y'all
We
top 2.
Top two.
Okay.
If you talking about after yesterday's performance, you gotta say we top 2.
No, I'm not talking about just based off yesterday. Like,
okay, all right, cool.
You know,
cool.
things are coming to things gonna happen in the course of the season.
Nah, but when you say right now, we gotta go. I'm going off of what happened yesterday only. So if you're going off yesterday only, it's 49ers, Cowboys, and then the lead.
I don't know. I don't know. What's the score in y'all game, David?
30-7.
30-7. Okay, I think we probably got a better defense than y'all. We ain't allowed a touchdown. If we talking about yesterday, I mean that's what Tom was talking about. We talking about yesterday. We ain't allowed a touchdown. We allowed 6 points and allowed a little bit over 20 yards the whole game.
Well, if that's the case, then it's the Cowboys, Commanders is the lead.
2 turnovers. Tom, we would have had 5, but we can't catch right now. All right, we working on that. We dropped 3 picks. We working on that.
Hey, look, all I'm gonna say is a lot of people talk about best secondaries, and a lot of this stuff is coming to fruition. All right, now I will say this.
Hold on, Tom. I know one defense ain't top 5 right now.
Come on now, they still slipping and sliding. You understand? and you got to be a long time fan to understand what we talking about with that. But I understand what you're saying. I knew you was gonna throw that out there, so I was ready for this. We do always have one of these games, but the fact that it was the first game of the season, because note, since Mike McCarthy, we've been 0-3 in opening games. Granted, we have played better competition. It was Tom Brady 2 of those times. All right, but if you don't play your team in the preseason and you installing a whole new offense with an offensive coordinator, hey Kellen, I told you, Mike McCarthy gonna slow that game down. Because if Kellen was out there, we would have threw the ball and Dak would have threw 2 interceptions last night. But anyway, you do all that and you come out here and you beat the Giants. It goes to show you, man, there's some smart things happening on that sideline. Also, our defense is literally doing what the world asked us to do. Didn't the world ask us to do this? Take the ball out of Dak's hands so y'all can win games. And if Dak play mistake free, y'all gonna win more games. So when we do it, everybody want to run down on us. No, look, that's them. He's preaching. Stop him. As soon as we do that, the first thing they run to is, but when Hurts did it, I don't want to hear nothing about that right now. Y'all asked Dak to only throw 25 attempts and don't get a ball away. Boom. You see the formula. Now, if we go out there and lay an egg against the Jets, y'all got it. Y'all can have fun. But if we go out there and beat the Jets, I'm going to be here next week. That's all I got for y'all. Because it's Aaron Rodgers.
Joe, I'm not letting you get away with that comment saying that y'all defense is better than ours. You know that's cap. You know that's cap.
How is that cap?
It's not cap. It's not better than ours. Overall, it's not better than ours.
You just said
you saw what we did. You saw what we did, y'all.
Oh my gosh. I said based on what Tomo said.
Yeah.
From yesterday, we have a better defense than y'all. That's what I said. Right. They played Danny Dimes in the Giants.
They're not gonna let that one rest. But guess what though, Dave? You gonna have time to talk about your defense now because we bringing Vaughn up here. We gotta talk about them 49ers. But before we bring Vaughn up here, we gotta do some quick news, right, fellas? We gotta knock some quick news out the way.
Yeah, let's get that down.
We're gonna get this quick news out the way. For everybody that's tuned in right now, just make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. If you already subscribed, make sure you click the link in the description so you can become a member. We got the 3 tiers. Y'all know the tiers: Pro, All-Star, Superstar, $2.99, $4.99, $9.99. I'll tell you about the perks later, but that's just a quick little commercial break before we roll into this quick news. And who we starting off with, Joe? You starting off with you or we starting off with me?
Dave haven't gone first yet. Go ahead and get things, David.
I was trying to save him some time. Yeah, I was trying to save Dave some time because he about to go to war.
All right, I gotta go first. All
war.
Right.
Huh? My bad. Oh, you right. You right. That's not war.
What's going on? Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Quick news. Number 1, Tyreek Hill. I don't know if y'all remember last year in the chat who I said was the best receiver in the league. I said Tyreek Hill, and I got a little flack for that. And the reason why I picked Tyreek Hill as the best receiver in the league, I said he's a Steph Curry of wide receivers. Steph Curry, yeah, he can shoot, right? Kyrie Irving could do a lot of things. Finish, crossover, He could post up. You can do a lot of stuff, right? That Steph Curry probably can't do as good as him. But Steph Curry's 3-point shot is the threat enough to put him over Kyrie Irving. That's how I feel about Tyreek Hill. Whenever Tyreek Hill's on the field, you gotta put double coverage out there. If he's not double covered, he's gonna get open. He's gonna take it to the house. These other receivers, they might like Devontae Adams, Justin Jefferson. They might get the catch, but they're gonna take it to the house almost every time, like Tyreek Hill, without the double coverage. So Tyreek Hill over 200 yards yesterday. He came to make a statement. He said he's gonna get 2,000 yards this year. First time that will ever happen in NFL history. We know Jettis that year before that, and he was 300 yards short. So Tyreek Hill got a good chance of that, man. As long as Tua, like my man Jake said, keep his head in the game. No pun intended. That's it. Shout out to Tyreek Hill. And shout out to come on, Billy Jack, get the field goal, man.
Fastest kid alive. Fastest kid in America. That's how you feel when you playing against Tyreek, man. But for me, my quick news is more so on the Cincinnati Bengals, man. Did they rush Joe Burrow back? Some people say yes, some people say no. For me, it's 50-50. I think the rain also hindered some of that, right now with the way they was playing. I really think it was the rain, and it could have been a little bit of in his head because some of you guys said it looks like a calf injury, and we really can't tell again because if you got Myles Garrett standing over your center doing like Iverson moves, like we in the hallway, like we playing in high school, he crossed him up and still got to Joe Burrow. Like I thought y'all paid money to protect this kid. What happened? Or did y'all just pay him all the money and told us that y'all wouldn't got an offensive line? Either way, I think they should have sat him out for one game. I know it's a division game, but if you think you're going to make the playoffs and be the best team that you are, he could have actually relaxed, man. He ain't have to play that game. Bounce back next week. We really going to see if this injury, if they rush him back on that.
Especially knowing the history.
Yeah, I think he was all right. I mean, he didn't look hurt to me when he was out there playing. It's just he don't play well against the Browns.
That's how they looked last year too, early in the season. Remember he get y'all?
He looked like that last year. So
that was Trayvon.
Oh well, but my quick news is about the Rams and Seahawks. I know this is not a game that most people talk about, but I felt like it should be talked about because if I'm not mistaken, most people thought that the Seahawks would probably win this division. Mm-hmm. That my team is in. That we won last year and we swept them last year. Not just in the regular season, but in the playoffs as well. And a lot of people felt like this team was going to be good. Geno Smith coming back, he had a breakout season last year, even though he's been in the league for about 7 years. They thought he was going to be, he was going to have another good season this year. The questions were, would he go back to the regular Geno that we know? And it looks like that right now. He still has weapons out there. He got Jackson Smith that he got from Ohio State, came out and played. He still had Tyler Lockett out there, even though he got hurt in the game. He had DK, and he still had Kenneth Walker. But they came out and lost to a Cooper Kupp less Rams. They don't have Jalen Ramsey back there anymore. All they have back there is pretty much Aaron Donald. I know they still have the linebacker, but it's really just Aaron Donald. And when Aaron Donald came up there to see that, yeah, you heard it live. Oh my God! So he was scared. He was scared. So for my message is, trust me, we still got this division. I'm not too worried about this division at all. So just know that we may sweep this division again.
I got y'all sweeping.
So
I can see it. It's week one. Like I said,
shout out to Tutu Atwell. He had a great game yesterday.
Yes.
Shout out to Tua.
Look at Matt Stafford out there still doing things. But I mean, we had to end it talking about your division because we talked about defenses. We talked about your division. I mean, Trey Lance. We had a Trey Lance sighting too. Just don't forget that he was on the sideline, but we had a Trey Lance sighting.
Yeah, on the sideline with a clipboard. Keep him like that all season. I don't want that.
Long as we win, he can hold the clipboard. But we got to talk about. We recently had a debate about defensive player of the year. Was it Bosa or was it Watt?
He did.
Look at how the schedules work out. They get to actually play each other week one, and guess who we bring back? We bringing Vaughn back. We gotta bring out Steelers insider back, man. Come on up here, man. There you go. I mean, some people would say boo, but welcome back.
I'm here. I'm here. I don't run. I stand firm. Y'all gonna learn about Vaughn this year. Believe that.
A man came up here like, once again, I'm on another man's stage in another man's state.
That's a nice shirt.
I gotta rep. I gotta rep my boys, man. I gotta rep.
So Joe,
So good. Can't wait for my shirt to get here.
oh, look, they swinging already. Look, Joe, we're
It's
gonna
gonna take
a
the same
back
amount of time as my hat took.
Hold on, fella. Look,
That's
I feel
fair.
like I
That's
feel like I'm
fair.
right here
That's
too. Like,
fair.
hold
That's
on.
fair. That's fair. You got it.
I know, Tomo, you might want to move on a little bit.
Yeah, I'm about to move to the side, man. I'm about to let y'all have that. They swinging over me. I'm like, y'all know the rules. But hey, look, this is y'all segment. We're here to see if the 49ers are really solid as a Brock, or was the Steelers just a flop? So Von,
I'll
you
go
up
first.
here?
I'll go
Hey,
first,
I was
man.
gonna
You
say,
ain't gotta let nobody know. I'll just take the mic right quick.
there you
hear
go,
me?
man.
Hey man, I wanna first shout out to the 49ers. They played a great game. They did what they were supposed to do. They came out like the 49ers. They was ready to go. Brock Purdy played well. He looked poised. I mean, TJ Watt got to him a little bit, but he still was playing poised. This is more about what we didn't do rather than what they did do. No disrespect to the 49ers. They played their game. However, I didn't see no Steelers football out there. None. Zero. I mean, the second play of the game, we running in jet sweep with Calvin Austin. I don't understand that. I mean, your first rush doesn't go to your running back. It goes to a guy that's like 5'2", 5'4", 5'5", 190, 160 pounds, like against this defense. So for me, I want to start off by saying we deserve a F for this week. And I really think that it was good that we got this out the way early, though. We played a team like the 49ers, smacked us in our face. We had a lot of guys playing the off season because we had a lot of new faces out there that we had to get guys to gel, had to get guys to get familiar with playing with each other. That's more on the defensive side. And also on the offensive line as well. We added a couple of new pieces. However, it's still unexcusable, man, what we did out there. First, let me correct you, Joe. First half, we didn't end with 1 yard. It was the majority of the first half. We went 95 yards down the field to score a touchdown right before the first half ended. So, I mean, you might want to do a little more research before you start speaking about my Steelers, my boy. So, one thing I could say, I'm glad we played the 49ers and played bad like this, and we ain't look bad against a team like, the Jaguars or the Cardinals, nothing like that, So, first line of business. Kenny Pickett looked nervous out there, man. I'm not gonna lie, he missed a lot of throws. I'm not sure if it's just first game jitters, or I can give a lot of credit to y'all defense because we abandoned the run a lot, like very early. I mean, for the game, we ran the ball 10 times.
Bing bang.
10 times. That's unacceptable. And Kenny Pickett ran it once because he had to. So really ran the ball 9 times. That's unacceptable. You become one-dimensional against a team like the 49ers, just like us. That's what we want you to do. We want you to drop back and pass every play so TJ Watt and Bosa can get at your guys. And that's what happened, really. We became one-dimensional, and the game played right into the 49ers' hands, man. We didn't give our best punch. They gave us their best punch, and that's typically what's going to happen, man, against a good team. You go 5-15 on third downs, you can't win a game like that. You just can't. If you watch the game, we didn't play much man, to be honest. And I feel like against Shanahan and them boys, you can't run zone all the time because they have guys that are known and are made to just find the holes in your defense, get the ball, and get that yak. We couldn't make the first tackle off the first initial hit, and that's what they played their game, man, and we didn't come to play. So for right now, I'm kind of down on my team. However, we do have the best motivational coach in the league, a guy that can rally his troops, guys that get guys back on their feet. And when you check out last year, we played bad against the Bills like this, and we bounced back, got dubbed against the Bucks. They wasn't that well. We didn't have all our players there, but it's not about the win. It's how you win. We played physical football. Then we played the Dolphins, and we played physical football. We lost, but we played physical football. So I feel like the same thing is going to happen. We got the Browns next week, divisional game. We're going to bounce back, and this thing will get back on order.
I just got something to say towards Pat P. You know, I'm gonna start this early because Pat P said that there were tells that our offense give, and that he was going to come away with a pick.
He almost had
He
one.
he was mainly on. He did, but he ended up with none. That's the main thing. He didn't have any. Also, the 2 touchdowns that Brandon Ayuk caught was on who? Can I remember? Patrick Peterson. That's right. Also, BA had what 8 targets for what 8 catches, 129 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Sounds like Pat P didn't know what the tails were, so he may have almost gotten the pick when George Kittle on our best pass catching receiver. He couldn't do anything with him, so just had to pretty much put that out there. But our defense did what we were supposed to do, and it wasn't even a Nick Bosa show yesterday. It was the Drake Jackson show, and this is what I try to tell people, that we have the best defensive line in the league because we have a lot of other guys that can pretty much do that. Even if it's not the best D line, it's the best front 7.
Stop cap.
You know, we got Fred Warner there, of course, best linebacker in the league with Dre Greenlaw. Then you got Nick Bosa, Eric Armstead, Drake Jackson. We just do what we're supposed to do. And then we got Javon Hargrave. He didn't even have a sack yesterday. But that just lets you know that
he did have a sack.
You sure about that?
Barely. But Bosa, you know, it was a Drake Jackson show yesterday. Drake Jackson did what he was supposed to do. All last year was 3 sacks. He had 3 sacks yesterday. Mooney Ward had a pick. Now, receiver did drop, but then there was another pick that Fred Warner had called that Talanoa Hufanga got. So we did what we were supposed to do. Our offense was played well, and I'm actually glad to see that Purdy was actually able to play his game like he was, you know, because he did come from a UCL. He did have a UCL injury. Wasn't sure how he was going to look out there in the first game, but he played cool. He played pretty well. So now I just want to see what we're going to do next week against the Rams. We did what we were supposed to do. We manhandled the Steelers.
You ain't watched the game, apparently. You pretty much just talking about you didn't know your boy had a sack. So it wasn't really a Drake Jackson game.
I missed that one. It was
more of a y'all whole defense played well. Yes, he got the sacks, but y'all whole defense played well. He didn't dominate us that well, to be honest. Like it wasn't like he was just manhandling us, to be honest. It was poor execution. Y'all whole D line was playing well. Y'all whole front 7 played well. And to me, like we didn't give y'all our best shot at all. So I mean, y'all did what y'all was supposed to do. And
that's about BA. You're supposed to come out and play your best game.
You talk about BA. I mean, he did get that catch on Pat's feet. Like I said, man, we played zone all game, and I don't understand why. We barely manned up, and when we did man up, that's when our defense actually got off the field. So, like I said, y'all played well. However, I feel like it was more about what we didn't do rather than what y'all did do.
Yeah, I guess. I feel like we did.
I actually watched the game.
We dominated. We dominated. So that's all I know. That's all I know. We did what we were supposed to do, and we made y'all look like the Steelers of last year, not the Steelers that you predicted to get to the Super Bowl.
It's week 1, Dave. Don't get your hopes up too high.
It's week 1, but Kenny Pickett ain't Tom Brady. He's not gonna lose. He's not gonna lose a game like that in week 1 and go all the way to the Super Bowl.
What that got to do anything? We got
you predicted them to go to the Super Bowl, right? You said you're still confident they could go to the Super Bowl, right? After that loss,
the Tom Brady thing. Like,
you don't remember when Tom Brady lost to the Chiefs?
No, I'm
early
saying,
in the season, and then he went to the Super Bowl that same season. That's what I'm talking about.
That happens a lot. Big Ben lost his first game before we went to Super Bowl.
Okay.
I mean,
Kenny Pickett ain't even one of them.
We're gonna see.
You're right. We'll see.
It's week 1, my boy. Like I said, I watched the game, so I can actually talk about what happened rather than just say we did our job.
Kenny pick 6.
Kenny pick 6. Joe, you got?
I know you probably look at the box score. I can't hear you, Tomo.
Oh, you can't?
No, I didn't look at the box score.
Nobody. We hear you, Tomo. We hear you.
Oh, his sound went out after you said Kenny pick 6, man. Why you do that, Dave? Look,
I do nothing. His thing probably just went out. That's all.
Oh, there you go.
See, there you go. He ain't run. His thing probably just went out.
What you trying to do, Dave? You trying to sabotage me, my boy? I start getting up on you. You know what I'm saying? You get him out of there.
I ain't do nothing. I don't know what you talk about. I don't know what you talking about, man.
Oh man, yeah, that was crazy. Yo, you got anything? Oh, go ahead, Von. Go ahead. This y'all moment.
Y'all go ahead and talk, man. I want to hear what y'all got to say about the game because Joe had a lot to say, and it wasn't our segment yet.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're right. I didn't watch the game. The score was 30-7, so I felt like I didn't need to. And I knew you and Dave was going to talk about it. So, me and Tom was going to sit back and let y'all go at it. So I didn't watch it. But best believe I'm locked in going for it. Dissecting your team. And yeah, we played the Cardinals, but at the end of the day, we want to know. So that's all that matters. You went on that. So,
well, I mean, I knew you all were going to talk about it, but I also know you like to call people out. You called me to the forefront. You said something about my defense. So I tuned in a little bit. And one thing I will say is you all had a game where it did not rain, but Christian McCaffrey definitely looked like it was slippery out there because that one play where he spent off your linebackers and almost took it to the house, that was like C-Mac is back, bro. That was crazy. But
that was a cornerback.
Oh, that was a cornerback? All right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing I will say is, with the numbers and stuff, this college thing, everybody want to change their numbers up. Let's get back to some foundation here, fellas. You see one, you like, oh, is that a safety? Nah, you're a linebacker. Come on, man. But one thing I will say this though is JJ Watt. He will make a play. TJ, man. See what I'm saying? I get the brothers mixed up all the time. I'm gonna just say Watt. There we go. Watt will make a play when you need it. Because there was a few times where the 49ers were just going to run down the field, and then next thing you know, strip sack. I think he returned. I think he recovered one of them, but then he had a few tackles for losses. So again, he's still trying to make his presence known on that defensive line. Y'all losing Hayward for a couple weeks will hurt, but I don't think it's gonna hurt y'all as bad because what really hurts is going back and watching the film on this game. Like that's the one that's gonna hurt the most because you're gonna see where you could have been better at, and also the recaps of Patrick P saying there with telltale signs. Because everyone like, well, you can tell the signs, but you got to make the play.
Facts.
So
yeah, he put his foot in his mouth definitely. That one catch, that the first touchdown pass, it looked like he did read it. He just slipped, but you can't do that. You can't fall. You got to be there. Just like how Deontay Johnson fell on that pass. Like Kenny Pickett put it up for you and Ward for a jump ball. Make a play, but you fail. Even the second touchdown on Patrick Peterson, you got to make that play. Even if he catches it, don't let him get his feet in. Like, you got to make them plays. So, for me, I'm not satisfied at all. However, I feel like we're going to go up from this. We get smacked in our face. A guy like Mike Tomlin, a guy like T.J. Watt, a guy like Minka Fitzpatrick, a guy like Kenny Pickett, you watch their interviews, they're pissed off, man. And we're going into the Browns. We're playing the Browns next week, and we're going to give them our best shot. And that was a wake-up call for us this Sunday. And I'm excited now. We got that out the way, hopefully. All that bad play, hopefully. And the injury to Cam Hayward is devastating. However, we did pick up Keanu Benton in the draft, and I'm excited to see him play, to be honest. And we did pick up a couple more depth guys. So, like I said, early in the season, we got depth. So it's going to have to show now with these injuries because Deontay Johnson also has an injury. And also one of our linemen, I believe Dawson has an injury as well. So week one was a disaster, but we got the master and Tomlin. And the still away, we love adversity. We don't blink. So if y'all think we going down and you think Vaughn ain't about to stand on what he been saying all offseason, I'm standing on everything still. Tomo, this bet is still alive. AJ, this bet is still alive. Our defense ain't going nowhere. We got smacked in the face yesterday, but we played the best offense out of all three of those teams. We played probably one of the best offenses in the league these past couple of years. So, and I don't think our game was in the rain. So, we're going to recap this a couple more weeks later, my boys. Because still the nation is still here.
Hey, one thing I will say though about your game, man, I like your last words. There is, hey, you showed why they traded Trey Lance to Dallas because Brock Purdy looked like
he did look nice. He did look nice. I'm not gonna lie, he looked nice. He played well in the pocket and he looked nice.
He did. He had a nice little roll.
Keep doing it.
He had a nice little rollout to Debo. He definitely had a good game, but TJ Watt just a beast, dog. That's all I like to say.
Yeah,
just a beast.
Defensive player of the year loading.
We still got our bet too, Vaughn. Don't forget about us too.
I ain't worried about your bet. I ain't gonna lie. After seeing that yesterday against the Cardinals, I ain't worried. I'm not worried.
Oh, what's y'all bet?
It's the quarterback. It's the quarterbacks.
They got the same stats
Yeah.
too. They got the same stats right now, pretty much. But I think he got one rushing touchdown. So he up one touchdown right now on Kenny Pickett. But Kenny Pickett got more yards. They both got 2 turnovers. So it's pretty even right now. We played the 49ers though. Don't forget.
Throwing shots. They played the Cardinals. That's the same division. I'm just saying.
That is the same division though.
Same
Hey,
division.
I just gotta throw that out there, man. I just gotta throw it out there.
Hey, Joe, I'll give you that. Y'all did play the same division, the team in the same division as the 49ers, so that's something to say.
So again, man, Vaughn, thanks for coming on here, man. Look, Joe, like I ain't gonna say too much. Look, he very composed today. I think by week 3, this one these shows gonna take it to another level because all that week 1 stuff gonna be out the window.
We got Buffalo week 3, so it's a real team, right? Real team, and then we got Philly after that.
Yes.
I see y'all going 1-1.
Well, we'll see you week 3. Where I'll talk to you then, Doug. If you don't want to talk to me right now.
All right, Vaughn, thanks for coming on the show, man.
All right, man.
So I gotta say.
Still out.
He probably gonna call about the show. Just I talk to you week 3.
All right,
I love you, bro. I love you, bro.
Coming on.
Oh man.
All right, y'all. Let's wrap this up. Great show today. We're gonna roll through this, y'all. It's 8:04. We're already going past the time, but hey, it was good content. But I kept it quiet because we beat the Cardinals. We'll hold off. We'll hold off. But anyways, give a shout out to these shows, man. Shout out to BWT, Baseball with Teddy. All the baseball content from Refuse to Lose goes through BWT, a mastermind when it comes to baseball. So if you love baseball, make sure you tune into that. And Teddy is a diehard Patriots fan. All right, and he was live in the chat yesterday. They didn't go over the chats, but the chat was incredible, and the baseball chat was still running while the NFL chat was. So you want to make sure you get into that. The next show we got is CTC, Carl Talking Carlos. Carl just did an episode. Oh yeah, by the way, Teddy is recording a show tonight that will be coming out tomorrow. All right, so make sure y'all tune into that tomorrow. CTC just aired yesterday morning. He recapped week 2 of the NCAA football season. I think he went over 18 games again, right? So it was some key games that came on this past week. You had Texas versus Alabama, Nebraska versus Colorado, right? The U, all right, got to talk about the U, all right? 5 TDs, right? 5 TDs, Dave. So Carl encyclopedia when it comes to college sports. So make sure y'all tune in to that. That actually aired yesterday. Another episode of that coming on Wednesday. All right. And lastly, we got FFC, fantasy football with Combs. Now, fantasy football is going on. It's funny because Vaughn and Dave played week 1 first, and they fantasy teams went together week 1. Not sure who's winning. I don't know, David. Who's winning?
Me,
Dave?
clearly.
Oh, you said clearly. God, okay. So you 2-0, Vaughn. Okay.
Man,
yeah.
All right. So
I think we won by like 25 or 30.
Dang. All right. Well, I lost too.
Really?
I want to get Dallas defense. But anyways, and I bench Brandon Ayuk. But
so you know how Danny downfield.
First hand.
My bad.
Yeah, I do. So yeah, basically, hey, Coach Combs, man, what I like about his show is you get the people involved, right? If you got a fantasy team, hey, it could be week 3, week 4, week 6. Hey, just show him your team, show him what you got. He'll give you some advice. He'll grade what you have based on the time of the season. He's done that with multiple people in our Refuse to Lose chat, and he's asking for more. So make sure you tune into FFC. I'm not sure the next episode will be dropping, but it will be dropping very soon. Matter of fact, most likely tomorrow because Monday Night Football is tonight, and he's going to recap all Sunday and Monday fantasy points. So make sure you guys tune into FFC tomorrow. Stay tuned for the time. All right, put your reminders on. And Dave, talk about those IG chats.
Man, all I gotta say is we clearly see the football season is back. Cause from 6:30 this morning, all the way up until the show, the NFL chat was going crazy. I don't know if anybody even took a breather in the freaking chat. It was going off all day.
Still is.
And we on the show. My goodness. So these chats, we pretty much give you all the latest news here first. Don't know if anybody knows now, but Chris Jones just signed a 1-year deal to go back to be back with the Chiefs. So he's going to be back on the field next week. So, and possibly, Kelsey might be out there as well. So for all you people who talking about the Chiefs might not making the playoffs, just know that
Hey, Dave,
Chris Jones is back.
Let's cut it, man. Every shot you take it is towards Kevin. This is call it what it is. All right?
That wasn't even towards him. That was not towards
the Bears number one. The 49ers not making the playoffs.
That wasn't. That was specifically towards Kev. That specifically was that for sure.
All right, go ahead.
That the last one wasn't. That wasn't towards. He's not the only person that noticed that the Chiefs not gonna make the playoffs. So that wasn't towards him. Yep, J-Mo, thank you. Shout out to Tubby Tua. He helped me out my fantasy. So appreciate Tubby Tua. But in these chats, we give you all the latest news here first. So we got the NBA, WNBA chat. LeBron James is talking about playing in the Olympics. Next year. He saw how the Olympics was this year, and he's like, nah, can't happen. What? Hold on, you got to pull up that comment. Wow, this man been gone all season. Football season come back and he got back with the comment. What's up, Link?
The Cowboys won,
man. We come out like roaches, baby. You see
Came out the woodworks. Got a 40-year dub, and now Link comes out.
He said we come out like roaches.
I'm starting to think you know who this is, man. I'm starting to think you know who this is.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah!
But we also have the NFL chat. I just told you about the Chris Jones news, so just know that that's going to happen. There's been a lot of injuries already in week 1, so some guys hope he recover, get better. Baseball, shout out to BWT. Joe already went over BWT. I don't need to say too much about it. Just make sure you tune in. Shout out to Kev. I'm gonna reply to that later. I'm gonna finish doing what I'm doing. So shout out to CTC, College Talking College. He talks about college football and college basketball. Right now, he just focused on college football because college football is what's going on right now. Shout out to Shadur Sanders in Colorado. They're doing their thing. But I got to give a shout out to the U. We won a revenge game from last year where we lost to Texas A&M and we beat them by 15 points this year. So shout out to the U. 22nd overall now. Let's keep it going. Then now we got the boxing, UFC, and WWE's FSU. Yeah, become a member, Link. Become a member, please. Now,
shout out to Jordan Travis. My bad. Go ahead. It's my guy.
Boo. So I guess now Shakur Stevenson can really say that people are ducking him because it just happened just now. He was supposed to have a fight against Frank Martin, and then Frank Martin, his promoter, signed the deal, but he didn't. So Frank Martin, I don't know what to say.
I ain't never signed that.
Exactly. That's exactly what happened.
That man was like, nah, I ain't signing that. So I don't know. But make sure you become a member. And to become a member, Tom was going to tell you what you got to do.
Hey, man, you showed up, bro. We don't think you your dad, but we want you to join these chats, man, because you've been MIA, bro. They trying to figure out who you are. It's been a real question out there, like, who is this guy? So
we really think you AI, man.
Hey, if you AI, just keep coming back when we win it, because that shows you that we on our way to victory right now. And if you want to be on your way to victory and you want updates and you want to be a part of this community, click the link in the description below and become a member. We got the pro level for $2.99 with the $2.99 a month, because some people think it's $2.99 yearly. No, it's $2.99 a month. Okay, I just want to keep that in your head. Y'all pay for Netflix, y'all can pay for this. All right, you get to join one chat. You get priority comments and you get loyalty badges next to your name and the live chats. And you get to join one chat. So it's just one chat. I know we dropped some member-only exclusive stuff, and everybody's like, hey, man, how come I can't see it? I'm going to tell you how you can see it. You got to become an all-star, because member-only content is for all-stars and above. And that's $4.99. There we go. $4.99 a month. I'm like, that's a good tune. For $4.99 a month, again, you get the same perks from the pro level, but you get the member-only videos. We had our first recap between Vaughn and Carl. That's Ravens versus Steelers. That's our first recap. Yeah, it literally just went live right before the show. It's kind of like a pre-fight, the pre-fight before the heavyweight match, before y'all watch us. So you can go back and check that out.
Vaughn had 2 fights today.
Man, he was ready. That's why he came on here and was like, no, I got this. Now we got to make sure they do this after us. Vaughn was too prepared. But if you want to be a part of that, I'll tell you how you can be a part of the show as well. But with the All-Star membership, you get to join multiple chats and you get to request a topic or a segment nominee. The segments are You Done, Son, Not So Average Top 5, and Dave's Doghouse. There's a lot of people in the doghouse right now. Joe, Coach going to be on here on Thursday. I'm just saying. But if you really want to understand what I mean by that, you have to be in the R2L chat. To be in the R2L chat, you got to become a superstar. Superstar is $9.99 a month. Again, you pay for Netflix, and they keep secretly going up on the price. We ain't going to do that over here. We're going to let you know, all right? So for $9.99 a month, you get to join the R2L chat. That's where all the debates finish. Actually, that's where all the primetime debates are. Everything else throughout the day is just like little knickknacks here and there, like mosquitoes at a cookout. But the primetime is in the R2L chat. You get to be a guest on the show. Not saying you have to be a guest, but you get to be a guest on the show. Also, you get awards and plaques to the top performers. That we have an award ceremony episode that's based upon the episode that you are on, and you get the member shout out. So we're gonna shout out our members right quick. Vaughn, who was just on here. We got Jerry. We got Darnell, who some people are trying to figure out why you're not here when some other people show up. But we got Joe, we got Dave, we got myself, Teddy, Cardo, and Coach. And you. Click the link in the description. And Vaughn, one more time.
All
Take
right.
it away, Joe.
For those, P. Newton, 415. Glad you asked. Those are my 2 favorite teams. Hail to the Commanders. Left hand up. Like the beam. All right. Anyway, so look. Appreciate it. Now look. This guy last words.
Become a member, P. Newton.
Yeah, become a member. Become a member. So look, Commanders, man, great dog. You did it. You got the job done. That's all that matters. In week 2, we got them Broncos. Baby, get ready. Get ready, baby. You've been talking all season. Okay, we coming to Denver. We coming to Denver, Russ. All right? And Sacramento, hey, season's coming up. I know we hype about the NFL season, but NBA is right around the corner. It's September. NBA starts in October, y'all, mid-October. So all I got to say is hashtag Swiper MVP season. Like the beat.
I'm going to go second today, Dave. I'm going to go in the order. We're going to go in the order since I'm right here. My last words is more so for the Fantasy Football League. Coach did an episode and he called a lot of people's rosters out. He gave people some grades. I know Teddy didn't like that. So I reached out to Coach personally and was like, hey, man, I had to fix my roster up. I feel like I let you down, man. And Coach said he want to come on here on Thursday. So we're going to discuss my roster and anyone else's roster. I mean, y'all got to make sure y'all get it to him because we got to talk through it on the episode. But he going to discuss like our draft analysis, like what we were thinking in that 30 seconds that Joe gave us to actually submit a pick. One more thing, Joe. I know you didn't set this up, but if you are in the R2L league, go back and look at all the week 1 matchups. It's literally everyone who goes back and forth every day in the chats who they had to go up against. If you go back and look at it, there's only like 2 games that was off, but other than that, everyone had the perfect matchup. That's all I'm gonna say. Take it away, Dave.
I had one week 1.
I had AJ.
I mean,
y'all had a game week 1 though, so it makes sense.
Yeah, that's true.
And y'all had a whole debate on it.
Facts.
So let's put it like that. Everyone who almost had an on-air debate.
I had too many debates in one.
That's true.
Debates and all that.
My last words is
the baseball chat.
Who wants to take another bet against me this year?
I
just got another W. So anybody else want to bet? Just let me know.
We'll talk when that game comes. See how I feel.
Joe, you going to that game by yourself. I'm telling you that right now. I'm not going.
I ain't going either. You ain't going.
Well, that's New Year's Eve. I'm sorry.
I'll go to another game.
Yeah. Yeah, you come down here, I'll go to the game with you. But in all seriousness, I'm actually glad that Purdy played well yesterday. I was hoping that he would come out and actually show something because of his injury that he had in the playoffs. So glad he actually played well. First game of the season. I want to see what else is he gonna do. Now, this is not to say I still don't think he's Jimmy. I don't believe he's not Jimmy Garoppolo 2.0.
Oh, the game coming on?
I still think that that's possible, but there's more to be seen. So let's see what happens. Bang, bang, Niner gang.
Hey, last thing I want to say, I think we should do this begin the episode. Today is 9/11, and we know what happened in 2001 on September 11th, especially us being from the DMV area, right? And people that's in New York and, Pennsylvania got hit too, right? So just want to give a quick moment of silence for the people who didn't survive that moment, all right? All right, y'all. Thank y'all for staying to the end. We appreciate y'all. Kevo. There we go.
He clipped him up.
I remember this. I remember this. All right. Thank y'all for staying to the end. We appreciate y'all, and we'll see y'all next episode.
FJ8.
Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.